I mean, you read 1984 by George Orwell. It talks about double think and double speak. Who controls the language, who controls thoughts. And why he does talk about as they go, they like eliminate a lot of words, right? Now, like later, one word can represent 10 different things. And like what fascinates me is like how many vocabulary meaning people can have. And like when I literally came out, I remember I went to San Francisco and someone came to me and hugged me. And then he was a guy, it's like, oh, baby, don't worry, I'm gay. I was like, what the heck is gay? I don't know, right? And then I literally had to go to a hotel room and Google the gay. And I was like, oh, that's what you meant. And like that, like, they deny what that is. I'm sure there are gays in North Korea. I'm sure there is. But you don't know what it is. And like that, they eliminate words. So the fact that you know the concept, that is a stage much better than, and that's the thing. A lot of people, like when you're born, you somehow know what justice is, what liberty is, and it's all somebody taught you that. And like that's the thing why people is like, oh, humans are inherently know what is right, what is wrong, what is oppression, and like, no, that's like BS. You gotta learn.
That's fascinating that words give rise to ideas. So like as a child, one of the ways to learn about justice and freedom is to first learn the word and then to ask, well, what is it?
The concept.
And if you don't have the word for it, then you never have the kind of first spark that leads to you trying to be curious about it. That's interesting. And controlling the words. And then,
controlling your thoughts.
And then you control the thoughts. There's so many echoes. I mean, I have... It's a very different, but perhaps a very similar experience, which is the journey of my family through the Soviet Union. Because there is a love of country, there is a pride of the people. Like you are proud of your family in general. But I wonder how much of that is polluted by the propaganda.
I think a lot to do with it, for sure.
Yeah.
It is till this day. I'm like, my father who died in China and he was tortured and then he died. He wanted to go back before his death, right? And then it's like, Dad, if you go back, you're going to be executed. And it's like, I want to be executed.
He wanted to go back to North Korea.
To be executed. So he can be buried in his own land. And then his last wish was, if I die, cremate me. And then bring my ashes back to my country. When I'm dead, I still want to be in my country. And this is like nationalism. This is a propaganda, right? But now, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing. If I die, I somehow buried in my land. And I still like feel like I'm the outsider. I'm always longing for my home. It's a horrible home. Like people say, what's your dream? Like, do you want to be a president? Do you want to run for office? Like, I just want to go home. That's my dream, right? And people here don't get it ever.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. I love my country. And I think for me, my country is the United States. And perhaps it will be for you too one day.
It is. I think it's becoming, the US has been a very special place in my heart. I think this is the first place I felt like I feel like home. And I mean, I was in South Korea longer and I didn't feel that way. So
I think we have very different life stories, but I think it's almost two different people. For me, it's the person that was in the Soviet Union and the person that's here. Those are two different people. That previous person's home in the Soviet Union, and he's part of me. And I suppose in that same way, your first maybe 2 decades of life are somehow longing for the home that is North Korea. And your next 2 decades of life might be finding a home in the United States.